Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the chapter number 6 of accountancy. The name of the chapter is Accounting Procedures, Rules of Debit and Credit. Before starting the topic, we should know the meaning of account. Students' transactions are recorded in the books of accounts on the basis of evidences. Rules of debit and credit are applied to each transaction and recorded in journal. After recording the transactions in journal in the form of entry, these are transferred to specific account maintained in ledger. So these accounts that we are going to talk about, they are prepared in ledger. Now what this account is? Account is a summary of transactions at one place. All the transactions of similar nature are posted to one account. Account not only records the amount of the transaction but also it shows their effect and direction. Direction says whether the amount in the account is increasing or it is decreasing. An account is always in T shape, in T form, and the commonly used layout of an account is as follows. So students, I have taken an example. For the format, an account is always divided into two parts. One is debit side of the account and other is credit side of the account. Account is T-shaped. As you all can see, the shape of account is in the form of T. So this is T-shape account having two sides, debit side and credit side. Left hand side will always be debit side and right hand side will always be credit side. So I have taken the example of cash account. Let it be that this is our cash account. N number of accounts will be prepared in ledger depending upon the names of accounts used in journal. For example, you are using purchases account. You are purchasing goods, for that you are using purchases account. For that you will make purchase account. You are selling goods, you are preparing sales account for that. So in case of cash account, cash increase will be shown as on debit side and decrease of cash will be shown on credit side. In the format, the first column of debit side will be date. The other one for particulars, why the cash is increasing. Then journal folio. It means the page number of journal from where the entry has been transferred to ledger. Then amount for that particular transaction. Similar columns will be prepared for the credit side. Date, particulars, journal folio, amount, rupees. Now students, we should know the meaning of debit and credit that we used in case of account as well. Debit and credit. Students, debit and credit are two opposite terms. Debit refers to the left hand side of the account and credit refers to the right hand side of the account. The abbreviation used for debit is DR and for credit is CR. An item recorded on debit side of an account is said to be debited to the account, and an amount recorded on the credit side of an account is said to be credited to the account. Debit and credit are simply additions and subtractions from an account. But to which account debit means addition and for which account it means subtraction, that depends upon the rules of debit and credit for different types of accounts. So students, the rules of debit and credit are based on the double entry system of accounting, under which we follow the duality principle. That is, for each transaction there are two aspects, debit and credit. Debit aspect is receiving aspect and credit aspect is giving aspect. So these two aspects are the basis of double entry system. This we have done in the previous chapter as well, that is accounting equation, which says that assets are always equal to liabilities and capital. Now student, one example is given in your books under which various transactions are shown and their effect in accounting equation is mentioned. For example, first one is started business with cash 10,000. Under this, two accounts are involved. One is cash, other one is capital. So cash is asset. So total assets will increase by 10,000. This is the left hand side of accounting equation. Then capital will also increase by 10,000. This is the credit side of accounting equation. Next is borrowed 5,000. Under this, cash is coming to the business on account of raise in loan. So, total asset cash will increase by 5,000 and under liability side 5,000 will increase on account of raising of loan. Next, withdrew cash from business 2,000. With this, drawings will affect our capital. Withdrew cash from business means owner is withdrawing money from business. So his capital will get reduced by 2,000 and cash from asset side will also get reduced. Next is loan repaid to the extent of 1,000. We borrowed rupees 5,000. It was our liability. Now we paid off this liability for rupees 1,000. So 1,000 will be deducted from liability side and we are paying cash for repaying this liability. So our asset will also get reduced by 1,000. So students, under this method, we have seen that increase in assets is recorded on debit side. Whenever an asset is increased, for example 10,000 is increased, this will be left. This is left hand side of accounting equation. Left hand side means debit. So when it is increased, it is debited. And when it is decreased, it means it is not appearing on debit side, it is part of credit side. So when any asset is decreased, it is shown on credit side. Now, in case of liabilities and capital, increase of capital is recorded on credit side. Credit side means right hand side. So right hand side of equation, this we are adding, that means capital is being credited. And in case of liabilities, the decrease is debited. Now, next students, I am going to start with the rules of debit and credit. Students, for the rules, accounts can be classified into two ways. One is traditional classification, other one is modern classification. Under traditional classification, we have two kinds of accounts, personal accounts and impersonal accounts. Personal में further we have classification, natural account, artificial person account, representative personal account. So, the rules, before doing the rules, we should know the meaning of these accounts under personal head. First is natural person. Natural person means the real persons who are creation of God. Artificial person means accounts of corporate bodies, institutions which are recognized as persons for business dealings. Example, Reliance Limited, Police DAV Public School, any cooperative society, etc. Then representative personal account. These are the accounts which represent a certain person or group of persons. For example, if the rent is outstanding to landlord, the outstanding rent will be called as representative personal account. Next we have impersonal accounts. Under impersonal, we can subdivide these accounts into real and nominal accounts. Real accounts are those accounts which relate to assets, tangible or intangible, excluding debtors, because debtors will come under personal accounts. Then we have nominal accounts. Nominal accounts relate to expenses, losses, incomes and gains. Now coming to the rules under traditional classification. Rule for personal head, real and nominal accounts. For personal, always the rule will be debit the receiver, credit the giver. For example, owner is giving money to the business. In this case, owner is personal account. So, owner is giving money to the business. We will always be applying these rules and transactions from the point of view of business. So, he is giving us the capital. He becomes the giver. If he is a giver, the capital account will be credited. Next, for real, the rule says debit what comes in, credit what goes out. For example, a business has purchased furniture for cash. So, we have purchased furniture, it is increasing, it is coming into our business in return of cash. So, cash is going out of our business. These both are assets, means real account. So, for these assets, furniture will be debited as it is coming into our business, and cash will be credited as it is going out of our business. Next, rule for nominal account. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. For example, we have an expense, salaries. So, salaries is expense. So, as per the rule, the salaries will be debited. For example, our business is doing sales. So, sales is revenue of the business, income of the business. So, sales will be credited. Now, according to traditional classification, I have taken one example. We need to classify the following into the accounts as per traditional classification. Building account. You need to see whether it is real account, personal account or nominal. Students, building is asset. So, asset means it is a real account. Next, creditors. Creditor means supplier to whom we owe the money. Means he is a person or institution. For example, you have taken a loan. So, in case of loan from any financial company, then that will become artificial person. So, creditor means person means personal account. Next, proprietor's account. Proprietor means owner. So, owner is again a person. So, person means he will fall under personal account. Purchases. Whenever we are purchasing goods, this becomes our expense. So, expense comes under nominal account. Next, carriage inwards. Whenever we are purchasing goods, we need to pay carriage on it. So, that is carriage inwards. It is again an expense. So, expense will come under nominal account. Next is cash. Students, cash is our asset. So, asset means real account. Next we have rent received account. Rent received means income. Income means it is a nominal account. Next, interest payable. Payable means outstanding. Means interest is due, but we have not yet paid that interest. So, it becomes our liability. Now, this liability will be shown as representative personal account. Representative personal account. Whenever you owe some amount outstanding or whenever you have prepaid any amount, then that will come under representative personal account. Thank you, students.